Okay, so today we're going to go over 4 examples of variables with equations with variables on both sides. Um, and here's the first two, 5 and 6. It's a continuation from Thursday. All right, so we have an equation with variables on both sides. On the left, then we have our equal sign, that's our barrier, and then the right. And we could see variables on both sides. Okay. So I want you to keep a mental note of the steps that we normally do. First step is to distribute, but do you see any parentheses?
No.
So we don't have to worry about that. Second step is look at the left and then look at the right. Can we combine?
Yes.
That we can do. On the left, we have a plus x and a plus 9x. So if I combine x with 9x, how many total x's will I have? Well, remember, there's one here. We don't normally write that 1.
Oh, yeah.
So we have 1x here, and then we're going to add it to the 9x's. So that would be 10x. And then we have negative 10. And since 10x is positive, we'll put a plus sign there. Okay, so we just combine that. And on the other side, we don't have to combine anything. So 9x minus 4. So now, if we do this correctly, we have variables on both sides and we have to isolate one of them. I'm going to get rid of 9x. So if I choose to get rid of 9x, what do I need to combine with it? What's the opposite of 9x?
Negative.
I'm going to combine that. And I could do that on both sides, or I have to do that on both sides. So I'm going to line it up with the other x term, which is 10x. So negative 9x goes here as well. So this is called a transformation. Remember, you're doing the same thing on both sides of the equal sign. And the whole purpose is 9x and negative 9x cancel out. They make 0. So let's bring down what's left. So let's see. I have on the left side, I've got negative 10. I can bring that down. I also have 10 take away 9x. 10x take away 9x. How much is that? 1x. And what's a shorter way of saying 1x?
X.
So I'm just going to say x. And on the other side, this is gone. What am I bringing down?
4.
Negative 4, yeah. That's the part that gets a little tricky. Bring down that minus, it goes in front of it. Equal sign here, and then we got negative 4. Okay? And now, we have to get rid of this minus 10. Let's put a 10 there. A positive 10. And let's see what happens. Well, first of all, negative 10 and positive 10 cancels out. Yes, it does. And then we're left with x equals, oh, look, we don't have to divide out a coefficient or multiply it out because it's just x now. That's what we wanted. We got negative 4 and 10. That's positive 6. So in the end, we got an answer of x equals 6. We go back, replace x, every x with 6, and work it out. It would work. Okay? Any questions? Okay, so here we did have to combine. Let's take a look at number 6. Obviously, no distributing. We'll do that in example 7 and 8. But we do have to combine. Which side do we have to combine on, the left or the right? On the right. You can already see it, hopefully. We got variables here. We have our equal sign. That's our barrier. And we have the right side. And that's where we can combine. Let's What can I combine on the right side? Yeah, 13 and negative 5a. That's the same as saying 13 take away 5. So if I have 13 and I subtract 5, what do I get? 8. So this is all going to become just 8a minus 19. Bring down that minus 19. And on the other side, we have 4a plus 13. Okay, there we go. 4a plus 13 equals 8a minus 19. And we have the same situation. We have to get rid of a variable here. I'm going to get rid of 8a. When we get into inequalities, you're going to see why I'm so picky about getting rid of whatever variables on the right. So I'm going to do that now. What do I need to do to 8a to get rid of it? Add a negative 8a. Yes, have to do it on the other side. Line it up with a 4a. And let's see what we get. We got 4 and negative 8. Negative 4, yes. Negative 4a. Yes, that cancels, so it's negative 19. All right. So we're on our way. So now it's a two-step equation. We'll get rid of the plus 13. Cancel that. And let's see, we have negative 4 times a equals, well, we have, what's that going to be, negative 32? And that's negative 32, by the way. I've noticed sometimes people will be off by a sign because they'll say, oh, negative times negative is positive. But we're not multiplying here. We're adding. So when you add two negatives, it becomes a bigger negative. Remember the rule? Same sign, add and keep. That's what we're using here. Okay, now let's get rid of the negative 4. Divide it out. Okay, let's see what we get. A equals, how many 4s go into 32? 8. And since here we are dividing, so it's negative divided by negative is positive. So the answer just turns out to be positive 8. Any questions? Okay. So the next two examples are going to have distributing. So we do have to make sure we distribute on the next two. Let's get started on those. Ready? Okay. Number 7. Okay. 7 right here. Oops. Putting down 4. I don't know why. All right. So distributing as promised, negative 5 parentheses negative 13x minus 11. Close the parentheses, take away 5 equals 5 parentheses x take away 2. Okay, so let's write all that down. As you can see, we got a lot going on. All right. So we do have parentheses, so we do have to distribute on both sides. Here, we'll distribute negative 5, and then we only distribute to whatever terms we have in the parentheses. On the other side, we'll distribute positive 5 to these two terms, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what that gives us. You got negative 5 times negative 13. So that's going to be a positive 65x. And now we're going to multiply negative 5 to negative 11. Because, yeah, since it's going to be positive 11, I'm going to put plus 55. Okay. Any questions so far? That's a good question. Bring it down for right now. And then let's distribute the 5. So all we're doing in this step is distributing. So that's our very first step in our list. So here we get 5x, take away 10. Okay? So that was a very good question. Ariane asked, what do we do with that minus 5? Well, at this point, do you see that we can combine them?
Yeah.
I got 55 positive and negative 5. So if I have 55 and I take away 5, I've got 50. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to combine those to get plus 50. So 65x, and then that's 50, so plus 50 since it's positive, equals 5x minus 10, because I can't do anything with those two terms. Okay, so now we're here. So this has all the steps: distribute, combine terms on each side, eliminate the variable. Let's get rid of 5x. I'm going to put negative 5x on both sides to eliminate this. Okay, so let's see, I got 65x, take away 5x. That would make 60x, bring down the plus 5, 50 rather, equals, I got minus 10, so bring that down, negative 10. Okay, and we're almost there. It's a two-step equation. Get rid of your constant, plus 50. So this is going to give us 60x equals, what do I get when I combine these two? Yeah, negative 60. Very good. And looks like we're going to get a nice answer. I was worried for a minute because 60x, but if I divide 60 by 60, I get 1, but in this case it's going to be negative 1. So the solution is the number negative 1. Okay. Any questions? All right. That's about the biggest equation we've solved so far. Had all the steps. We'll try one more, and we'll call it. Okay, number 8. And number 8 is 8 times the quantity 4n plus 5 minus 7n equals 5 parentheses 3n minus 8. Okay, got a lot going on again. I'll give you a minute to write those down, and got to distribute 8 here to these two, 5 here to these two. So let's do it. Let's see what we get. 8 times 4, 32. Yes. And then 8 times 5 is 40, so plus 40 minus 7n equals 5 times 3 is 15, n, and minus 40. All right. distributing successful. So the next step is, can I combine on either side? Yeah, it looks like on the left side, I can combine 32n and minus 7n. Let's look at the right side. Nope, nothing to combine there. So let's combine 32n, that's positive, and minus 7n, that's negative. So it's really 32 take away 7. Check my math. 25 plus 40 equals 15n minus 40. Okay. It's looking to be something we can work with here. What should we do next? Yeah, let's take away the 15n. Minus 15n here, and line it up with a 25n there. Cancel this. 25 take away 15 is 10. N plus 40 equals, bring down the negative 40. And we're going to get rid of our constant. So minus 40 here, and on the other side, negative 80, yeah. So we get 10n equals negative 80. And let's get rid of 10 by dividing. And we get n equals negative 80 divided by 10. Negative 8. So our answer here is negative 8. So not all of our equations we're going to work on today are going to be this long and complex, but some will be. Okay? So this is going to be our assignment for today. It's I'm going to give you a handout. Okay? So